Hey, American contractors, viewers of the American Contractor Show. I'm here with John Dye at Win the Storm, and I have to tell you, anyone that is associated with American Contractor Show, you are a badass.
Big shout out to American Contractor Show. If you don't know, you definitely need to check out the Storm Summit. They're doing it in excellence. Check them out.
Hey, what's up? This is your friend, Francisco Serrano. If you haven't checked it out, American Contractor Show, YouTube channel, Facebook channel, Twitter, Instagram, all the platforms, you need to go them, like them, start learning about your craft.
Hey, I'm Matt Danskin with Restoration Referral System. Check out the American Contractor Show. The truck that they've got is awesome. Everything else that they have going on.
This is Larry Bache with the Merlin Law Group, helping policyholders for more than 30 years. If you have a claim or your client has a claim that needs help, please feel free to call the Merlin Law Group because we are the true policyholder advocate.
C3 was eager to help us, and even whenever we weren't giving them work, they were still eager to give advice. The things that they were putting out for the for changing from DMO to RFG and giving that to the industry and not charging anything for it, I thought was really cool. And that's stuff that I as a contractor appreciate. I'd recommend C3 to any contractor who's looking for a PA, especially if you're around Colorado. Great guys, man. I'm nothing but happy with the work they've done for us.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm meteorologist Andrew Myers, bringing you guys your daily hail forecast. Sponsored as always by C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, and American Contractor Show. Go ahead and check them out in the description below. And in the meantime, we're going to get into our weather for the day. So we got risks in the plains today. We're starting out up north, and then into tomorrow we're working our way down south into Oklahoma and Texas for more severe chances. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and take a look at our weekend and see what we're looking at into the next 5 days. But first, check us out at our upcoming events. So Calm Before the Storm Tournament is our first one. That's going to be on May 20th, and it is at Fox Hollow Golf Course. That's in the Denver, Colorado area. So make sure you guys get on out there if you want to play golf, hang out in Colorado, and talk some weather with us. And then after that, we're going to have another event, June 4th, and that's going to be the CRA Trade Show at Empower Field, also in Denver, Colorado. So make sure to get on out to Colorado. It's a good time. You guys can talk some weather, like I said. Go ahead and hang out with us and meet us, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys. So make sure to get registered for those two events. Then into our current conditions. Honestly gorgeous across most of the country. Sunny, clear, just a little bit of scattered cloud cover across Texas, so it's really beautiful for most of us across the nation. Looking into our risk area for today, so we are in the northern plains. We're seeing some isolated showers here and there, but mostly clear. That will help us with that daytime heating that we're going to need. But like I said, mostly clear, not a ton popping up right now in the northern plains. We're waiting on that into this afternoon. Again, really beautiful conditions. Doesn't feel like May right now, guys. It is sitting in the mid to upper 60s across most of the nation. We're at 61 in Portland, down to 69 in Dallas, 65 in Atlanta. So like I said, really mild conditions for most of us right now. It really doesn't feel like the middle of May. 89 down in Miami. You guys are the only ones to be able to push up over the mid 70s, I guess, in Houston. So you guys far down south are the only ones that are able to break the 60s so far today. So looking at our CAPE values, that's our energy in the atmosphere, we're still able to get a little bit through the northern plains, and that's what these storms are going to depend on, is that daytime heating and this instability that we're seeing through the Nebraska, Kansas, and Colorado area. So we're getting those low to moderate values by the early evening hours, pushing our way eastward by 5 p.m., the end of your workday. Still seeing low to moderate values, not a ton to speak of, so we won't get huge hail out of this, but it still will help us with our hail chances into today. And then by the time the sun goes down and we lose that daytime heating, that CAPE is nothing much to speak of anymore by the late afternoon to evening hours. So here's what our future radar is, guys. So we have these storms popping up in the western part of South Dakota, eastern part of Wyoming. Got those storms popping up by the end of your workday, and still a couple little showers trying to form here Then by the evening hours, those storms go up quick, and we're starting to see some isolated areas of some heavy storms starting to form in the central part of Nebraska, and those are going to ride off of that instability, clustering together by the end of the evening and the early morning hours and pushing their way southeast. So that will help us with a small wind and hail threat that we're going to see there today. So let's take a look here at it. This is our hail forecast for today. We're going to see a small area, like I said, of $1 to $1/2 sized hail chances through the central part of Nebraska, northern part of Kansas. So let's zoom on in there and take a look. So North Platte, you guys are really the only city that's big enough to put on the map here for the central part of Nebraska. Colby, Kansas just misses the hail chances for today. So anywhere in here we could see $1 to $1/2 sized hail. It's mostly going to be small with this storm system that's moving through, but we could see a couple severe stones pop out of this later this evening. Then going into our wind forecast, same area, we got an area here where we could see some gusty winds tonight due to that storm system passing through. North Platte again, you guys are in the risk for that. You could see some winds in the severe range in the 60-mile-an-hour area with that storm system that's going to push southeastward into this evening. Then moving into tomorrow, things are going to start to pick up slowly but surely here. We're seeing some moisture return through the south, and then we're getting all of that nice humidity getting pulled up into the central plains by tomorrow afternoon. That's going to help our storm chances. Then by, well, the end of the day, by 5 p.m., we're still seeing some storms or some humidity being pulled up into the central plains, and it's going to continue through the evening and overnight hours as we wait for that next trough to come through. But we like seeing these bright green values. That's going to help us with those storm chances into tomorrow. So that's what we're looking at for our dew points, and then into what we're looking at for storm chances. So here's 5 p.m. We've got a couple of isolated cells going up along the eastern part of Colorado. Denver, I think they're just going to miss you. They're going to start forming just to your east. Sorry guys, but we are going to see those storms forming by 5 p.m. Then by 9 p.m., they're going to start to strengthen a little bit, push eastward, and then down by the northern Texas Panhandle area into Oklahoma, we could see a band of storms that's going to start moving through. They're going to start out isolated, quickly band up as we just saw, and that's going to be a little bit more of a wind threat and less of a hail threat by that time. And then into the late evening and overnight hours, those storms are going to continue pushing eastward, losing some strength as they go, just because we're not getting that heat to sustain them. Those are going to push eastward into the eastern plains by the early morning hours as some strong showers. So here's what our hail forecast looks like into tomorrow. Got an area of $1 to $1/2 sized hail sitting here all the way from northern Texas up through the eastern part of Colorado. Zooming in here to our city-specific areas, Amarillo, you guys are in the $1 to $1/2 sized hail risk. That will be quick as those storms band up and move through your area, so you are on the low-end chance of that. Colby, you also made it into the risk for tomorrow. You could see some $1 to $1/2 sized hail along with that. Main problem here is just that these storms are going to be moving so quickly to the eastward, they might not get enough time to really intensify. Same thing down here in Amarillo, they're going to band up pretty quick, so we might not get a lot of time to see that larger hail forming through that area. So anywhere in this region, $1 to $1/2 sized hail, as well as some gusty winds here and there as possible. Then looking into later on in the week, things are going to start to pick up just a little bit at a time. So here's what we're looking at noon Friday. We are relying on these tiny little shortwave disturbances. That's what we call them, is when we get little tiny troughs here and there, and that's what's going to help us with those storm chances for the next couple of days. But into Saturday, we're starting to see this start to pull eastward, and we're getting, again, deeper shortwave disturbances, and that's going to help us with those storm chances as that pushes eastward. Then as this trough continues to get pulled into our neck of the woods, this is Sunday, and we're going to see all this nice humid air getting pulled up into the plains as this trough pushes through, and that could help us with some storm chances into later on in the weekend and early next week. So this is what we're looking at by Monday afternoon. Trough is going to continue pushing eastward. We're going to have this nice area of instability in the central plains, and we could see some storm chances with that early next week, like I said. So here's what our dew points look like. All right, so here is what they're at on noon on Saturday. Seeing plenty of moisture advection into the central plains, and that just means that moisture is getting pulled into that area. So seeing those bright green colors like we like by noon on Sunday, still same story. We're seeing plenty of humid air getting pulled into the Central Plains as well as the east, and we're getting lots of that time for that moisture return to happen while we wait on that next trough to pull through. And then by Monday, we're starting to see a nice dry line starting to set up, and if that plays out well, guys, we could see some severe storms happening along with that as well. So here's what we got for you guys on our extended hail forecast. We're pretty confident that today and tomorrow we'll see $1 to $1/2 sized hail. Not a ton of instability in the area, but there could be enough that we'll get some severe storms here and there today and Friday. By Saturday, as we see that system push through, we could see some larger hailstones along with it. Again, it's probably going to be few and far between, but our confidence is starting to lower a little bit too because we're farther out. But we could see some larger hail starting on Saturday and Sunday as that system pushes through. And then by Monday, again, we could see some storm chances there as well as that trough continues to finally push its way east through the central part of the U.S. But our confidence in that, like I said, is going down as time goes out just because we're kind of waiting to see how things play out in the next few days. So we're going to keep an eye on it. We're going to keep you guys informed. So make sure you guys get in contact with us and follow us at YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can hit see first on Facebook so you never miss a live video, and then hit that notification bell on YouTube and smash that subscribe button so that you never miss our live forecasts as well as when we go live for storm coverage in your area. And then if you guys want to get in contact with us, you can call us at 855-334-4245. If you'd rather email us, you can email us at info@hailtrace.com or check out our website, hailtrace.com, for more details on who we are as a company, what we do. And we got some little bios on each of us. You guys can learn lots about us through our website, so go ahead and check that out over there. Make sure to get in contact with us and stay tuned to our future forecast videos every weekday at noon. But for now, I'm meteorologist Andrew Myers. Thanks for watching.